Geography. Love it or hate it, there's no middle ground. While GPS might keep us from getting lost, understanding geography can still make you the most interesting person in the room when you drop some mind-blowing facts. Forget about the basics like, what's the longest river? Spoiler, it's the Nile. I'm talking about how Reno actually out-westernizes Los Angeles, why the Sahara has snow, and the wild stories of hidden tribes around the globe. Curious? Well, buckle up because here are 25 ridiculous geography facts you won't believe. Istanbul, Turkey, is the only city in the world that spans 2 continents. Sitting proudly along the Bosporus Strait, it has one foot in Europe and the other in Asia. Visitors can gaze at Europe on one side and Asia on the other, without ever leaving city limits. This gives Istanbul an unparalleled cultural blend and a rich history as a crossroads for civilizations. There's a city called Batman in Turkey and a village named Hell in Norway. But the gold medal goes to the tedious trio: boring, Oregon; dull, Scotland; and bland, Australia. These places live up to their names, attracting curious visitors who wonder what makes them stand out. Geography is never boring, but it can be hilariously named. Being landlocked is tough, but being doubly landlocked, that's a logistical nightmare. Only 2 countries in the world, Liechtenstein and Uzbekistan, are completely surrounded by other landlocked countries. This means they don't have any access to the sea, complicating their trade and transport systems in unique ways. Antarctica isn't just cold. It's the largest desert on Earth. Covering 5.5 million square miles, it dwarfs the Sahara and holds records for both dryness and extreme cold. In fact, Antarctica gets so little precipitation that it's technically considered a desert, despite the freezing conditions. It also holds the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Russia spans 6.6 million square miles, accounting for over 1/8 of the Earth's land. With 11 time zones and borders with 16 countries, it's no wonder Russia plays a complex role on the global stage. This vast land includes everything from icy tundra to deep forests, and its sheer size makes it impossible to explore in a lifetime. Canada boasts the longest coastline on Earth, 151,000 miles. It also has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Yep, geography gave Canada a water surplus. In fact, Canada has over 31,000 lakes that are larger than 3 square miles, providing vast, pristine waterways perfect for both exploration and relaxation. The Dead Sea isn't a sea at all. It's a hypersaline lake, almost 10 times saltier than the ocean. It's so buoyant you can float effortlessly. Just don't drink the water. Seriously, don't. It's known for its therapeutic properties, attracting people who want to experience its mud baths and mineral-rich waters. But because of the high salt content, it can be dangerous if consumed. The Netherlands has more bikes than people. With 18 million residents and 22 million bikes, it's a cyclist's paradise. Biking here isn't just a way to travel, it's a way of life. The country's flat terrain and extensive network of bike paths make cycling incredibly convenient, while also helping to reduce traffic and carbon emissions. Australia is the only continent without an active volcano. Sitting safely in the middle of the Indo-Australian tectonic plate, it avoids volcanic drama. Most of Australia's population hugs to the coasts, leaving its arid interior sparsely inhabited. With its water crisis worsening, even urban areas face challenges. The outback, which takes up most of the continent, is a harsh, dry region that people generally avoid unless they're working in mining or agriculture. Indonesia has over 18,000 islands, making it the largest archipelago in the world. Managing that many islands and the 136 volcanoes within sure keeps Indonesia on its toes. Indonesia's vast number of islands hosts a diverse range of cultures, languages, and wildlife, with some islands only accessible by boat. The Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean and Red Seas, saving ships from a long trip around Africa. This vital waterway has made Egypt a key player in global trade and geopolitics. The canal is one of the busiest maritime routes, carrying around 10% of the world's shipping traffic and generating significant revenue for Egypt. China's fertile lowlands and natural buffers have shaped its history. With many ethnic groups and varying interests, its geography has both protected and divided it. The mountains to the west and deserts to the north have provided natural barriers, while its vast coastline has played a major role in its economic development. About 70% of Japan is covered by mountains, leaving little space for cities. But those mountains also give Japan its hot springs, dramatic landscapes, and iconic rice terraces. The country's mountain ranges, including the Japanese Alps, are responsible for Japan's cultural identity and provide stunning scenery from every angle. Meghalaya, India, is home to some of the world's largest caves. From sandstone marvels to 300-foot shafts, this underground network is still being explored. Some of these caves are so deep and vast that they feel like a completely different world, home to rare species of bats, insects, and rock formations. The Philippines boasts one of the world's largest mangrove forests, which helps protect its coasts and sustain marine life. A win for nature and people alike. Mangrove forests play a vital role in preventing coastal erosion and acting as nurseries for fish and other marine creatures. Despite its name, Greenland is mostly ice-covered. Meanwhile, Iceland, its smaller neighbor, is greener and less icy. Someone needs to rethink the branding. Greenland's name was coined by Eric the Red, who wanted to attract settlers, but the icy expanse remains mostly covered in glaciers. The Amazon discharges more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. With its basin home to unparalleled biodiversity, it's truly a force of nature. The Amazon's flow affects weather patterns worldwide, and it's home to unique wildlife that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Saudi Arabia is the largest country without a single river. It relies on underground water and desalination to quench its thirst. The absence of rivers makes water conservation and management critical to its survival, with much of its water coming from underground aquifers or seawater desalination plants. That's it for today. So, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.